let's get into it, Miss Destiny.
Everybody tell the class I'm Destiny.
What's up, you guys? It's the motherfucking duo.
It's the duo.
And we're back at it.
Like
but we're not
crack
crack at it. We're not crack at it.
Hey, I have Coke in my cup.
Yeah, what?
Coke in my cup.
Oh, I have Coke in my can.
I said, I haven't drank caffeine since my heart monitor, and I was
Yeah.
like, I need it.
Yeah.
So it's just a little can.
Well, what's up, y'all? We are back with another one.
What's
Tamika Roche.
I'm Destiny in the land.
And this is the DNT Podcast.
The crowd goes wild.
No,
wild.
seriously.
What's up, y'all?
But yeah.
I'm so happy
Yeah.
to be in front of this camera.
For real.
Sometimes I don't be feeling like it, though.
Be nice.
Especially after that, I told Bear, I said, I just want to go home
Yeah.
and be in my own space and turn
When
on
I-
some
when
lo-fi
I got
music
off-
and just be like,
When I got off on me, I ain't like right here, but I'm like, man, I can't hit that big because I knew it's gonna be over.
it's going to be over with.
You're like, you can take like 30, 40 minutes before y'all record. I'm like, nah, because once I sleep, I don't want to be
It's-
interrupted.
Man,
Like,
friend, I ain't
I
going to
don't
lie.
want to have to get
I
back
got
up.
up at 4, I got home about 4:30. I said, no, I ain't even going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Because if I take a nap, it's
It's
over.
Yeah.
So, it be them days, like, we be exhausted.
Yes.
That long day. Now, when I'm done, I'm just going to be done. But yeah.
Yes, you guys, we are back on the manifestation couch. And hopefully we can help y'all manifest stuff by the end of this episode.
Man.
But
Yeah,
yeah. Do I? What did I do this past weekend? Oh, it was weekend.
You was chilling.
I
It
really
was-
was. Chilling like a villain.
We was chilling. I was supposed to go to a wedding, but
Yeah.
my man got sick, so
Mm.
that was my highlight.
I
Taking
really
care of
just
my
had
man.
one. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I didn't really do nothing really. this
Relax.
weekend that just stood out.
Just chilling.
I really was. Proud of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you been sitting
Yeah, I
still.
think I'm gonna have to stop the back outside to a little early. Well, no, I think I came to a pit stop. I'm at a pit stop right now. I'm at a crossroad. I'm trying to see if it's gonna continue to the summer or do I need to bring it back in the fall. Get back to me by next episode. I'm gonna have to answer for y'all. But yeah. I don't think I have a highlight, but other than that, I mean, God is good. I'm continuing to wake up every day, you know.
Yeah,
Just thankful to be here once again in the land of the living.
for sure.
Because people is dropping left and right, and I don't think y'all
Mhm.
understand. Back in my hometown, it is getting hellish. And I just continue
This
to
world
pray.
getting hellish. They
For
better
real.
open their eyes.
And I'm just,
For real.
it's getting real out here, and at the same token, it's like, well, I can only worry about so much.
Man.
And I just got to leave it up to the Most High to align everything else that's going to be in my path.
For
Cause
sure. I don't really have no
Yes.
highlight either. I just am thankful to still be here
yeah,
and being able to be aware of a lot of things and
Yeah.
still be me, unapologetically me.
facts.
That's it. It's my win.
Because there's a whole lot of pump faking going on out here, if y'all didn't know.
Me.
But, I'm
Work
really
been
hoping
real
this,
ghetto, and I keep trying to shine a light, but
yeah,
I only got so much light to shine.
to shine.
And
And
it-
them
it-
and them every day you there.
Yeah, and it take a toll on me. So sometimes it be like, I gotta take a step back and
Yeah,
like still fuel me up so I
Yes.
can have some more light to shine.
yes.
Because,
Facts.
but
Because it don't take much to drain you.
yeah,
It's
like
all.
me and the girl I was just talking to was just saying how we need to have a vent session with our bosses and just let them know everything that's on our chest and everything going on that they are may be unaware of because we sick and tired of hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
For
all
sure.
good though. Be alright.
Moving right along. So as far as my little segment for this week, I'm really gonna save it for. It's just really gonna tie into when we get to talking about what the topic is gonna be,
Okay.
which is we're gonna just talk about the real new year and goal setting and just. I guess anything, just goals and intentions, anything that we're trying to achieve, manifest, all that good stuff. So that's why I brought this book out because I'm gonna read some stuff out of this book that's gonna pertain to whenever we start talking about the goals.
Okay.
And with that being said, we're gonna move right along and get into this topic. Oh, episode.
It's okay.
That works too.
It's okay.
Yes.
So it is March. Woo.
Yeah, can y'all believe we've been living for like almost 90 days? We're going on almost 90 days. How many days we've been living in 2024? January had
31 plus 29.
Like,
What's that?
90, put 1 over.
That's 60.
Dang, 60 days. So probably by the end of March, we should be a little bit
90.
under 90.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane. Like,
We should be at 90. This have 30 days, I think.
yeah.
So 60 plus
March got 30 or 31?
I think 30. I think, shoot, don't give me that.
That's crazy though. Like,
that calendar off.
Like 2024 was just starting, like, and now it's.
I was watching the episode, the birthday memorial episode that we did in Dallas, and we were saying how like we was already 7 months into 2023.
Wow, like,
and now
time is time.
This week we dropped 60 episodes.
Like, we was just sitting on this couch yesterday. Like, how are we back again? That's why when I texted today, I'm like, dang, like, did we even discuss a topic to talk about for this week? Because, like, time just.
Girl, because I said, oh, shit, it's Tuesday.
Like, seriously.
Hey, what we gonna talk
about?
So I was just riding, you know, hey, after work, the silent car rides be bomb.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, we can talk about that. Because I ran into some post that made me even think about it. But
yeah. So with that being said, like she said, it's March, and we just want to talk about the spring and the new year, and just really just share some light for real on what we think people need to know, like the actual like new year really is. So yeah, I'm gonna let you pop it off a little bit about like what, like you say, what made you talk about the topic and talk about. We're gonna talk about the new year, and we're gonna talk about just like goals and stuff, and yeah, we're gonna get into it, y'all.
Okie dokie. So it is March, and everybody knows that like the new year is January, but friend has spoke on it before in one of the segments about how like March is really the new year and why it's the new year, and I'll let her go deeper in like what it all means or whatever. But this year, the technical new year, or when the world is equal, I'll say that, is March 19th. And so that's like marks the new year, new beginning, spring coming, like
the official, like, I don't know
if
that's the specific name for like the spring equinox. That's it though.
But it's called something. It's an L word. Okay. But it's just when the world is like equal, whatever. And so I just was driving my way home, and I was like, let's just talk deeper about it, because I'm thinking even for me, like recently, I'm like looking back at old pictures. I'm like, man, okay, it's March. I'm ready to start. Like, I'm ready to take control of my life, like get it back together, and really. And you know what's crazy now? I'm saying it out loud. When I got a gym membership, the first time it was March. Definitely. And I was like, yep, I want to start. And
I got mine in the wintertime.
Yep. I started working out in March, and it was going great, and I'm finna start again in March.
Yeah.
Because it's just time. But that's what made me, I'm like, damn, friend saying the New Year's start. I'm like, okay, my New Year's finna start. But yeah. I was saying that to say, like, I know it's March, and how I've been feeling like, oh, all my goals go out the window, like, it's March, and it's March, and I ain't done none of them. Not thinking it's only 3 months in. You got a whole
9 more to accomplish so much.
Like, much. So, but we give up so fast because of what we think we're supposed to accomplish by this time. And the New Year was in January, and some people just do it for January, and then it go out the window. So, just want friends and us to encourage y'all and educate y'all a little bit on the new year and the calendar, and then we'll just let it flow from there, yeah.
So I had piggyback kind of like off of one of the segments, like you say, it was in a previous episode where I mentioned, and I can really reiterate it again in this episode, just to get them like a little synopsis of what it was. But it was back in August when I had talked about it once before, and I came across a video where this guy was just breaking down like the different changes in the seasons and how like certain things like within our body and how our bodies adjust to the seasons and the temperature and everything, and how that has effect on like us, like what we eat and all that. So the fall, the spring equinox from last year, what I put in here, I'm guessing for this year it was supposed to be March 21st. The summer solstice.
Some people say March 21st, and then the
19th.
lady, I can't think. I'll tell you what it's called in a minute. But go ahead.
Okay, but March 21st is when the actual spring equinox is supposed to start, and then June 21st is the summer solstice. The summer solstice on June 21st is supposed to be the longest day of the year, and then September 21st.
That's the word, vernal equinox.
Vernal, okay. September 21st is supposed to be the fall equinox. December 21st is the winter solstice, and December 21st is supposed to be the shortest day of the year. And then I put how from like, this was pertaining to last year. That is so crazy. Like, this was written in August, but from like mid-August to like October, a lot of people was gonna start getting sick, but like due to a lot of like pre-existing conditions, and like some people were supposed to like a lot of people were supposed to die around that time. And also I put it in like, maybe this was because in the springtime, like we eat a lot of like processed and fried foods, and you know, a lot of dairy and all of that stuff, a lot of processed sugars, and it causes like the host cells in the body to like, in the pressures of like the host cells in the body, like all of that starts to like change and becomes manipulated based off the stuff that we're feeding ourselves or whatever. So basically, when the temperature changes, our bodies is adjusting to that as well. And it said, I put in here, individual virus gets attached to our dehydrated cells, and this is what causes sickness. And at the bottom of this, I had, this will happen again between Thanksgiving and December 2020, December 21st, and then again at the end of February up until March 21st.
You know, it's been that like virus they don't know
and
about.
And this past February, it was definitely, it's been a lot of like unknown sicknesses and everything that it's been
the
said
deaths
to be going around, especially with the deaths been heavy too. So yeah, but that was what just a little something I had from last year, and I made sure I reiterate that again for this time too, that March 21st is, I guess, supposed to be around the time where, like we said, like the new year really begins.
Right.
And there was also these people, a video I came across where the girl was breaking down, like telling why April 1st, for y'all that don't know, why April 1st is considered April Fool's, because back when there was a specific calendar that we used to go by, it was before the Gregorian calendar, and then when the Gregorian calendar came into place, it shortened us down to 12 months. When technically,
it was originally, the Roman calendar was 10 months, and it started with March.
Yeah.
And that, when I was looking at the calendar, I was like, August was the A. Like, when it's that Octa, August.
I feel like I touched on that before too, I thought, when we talked about that. And but what I said, April 1st is considered April Fool's is because technically the new year doesn't start until the springtime, which makes sense because basically when everything is like still like dead and withering away and falling off, which is during like the winter time, how can you start something fresh around that type of energy anyway? Like nothing new will come from that because there's still a lot of old things that are like dying off and withering away. And then that's why when spring happens, like the trees and the flowers and all of that, like the temperature,
you feel better. You want to, like, that's what somebody was like, how I'm supposed to, you start a New Year's resolution and want to start working out. How you supposed to work out for the people that like live in these cold states in the middle of a snowstorm? And like, how can you start something new when the weather really want to lie. Like it interferes with that. So that was like really silly with me. 'Cause I'm like, it just makes sense. And then when it was like the months, I'm like, why y'all change this shit?
Man,
why y'all change the calendar? Like now the belief has changed, but the calendar changed in like 1700s.
Yeah, and it's because it has something to do with King George, like Gregory George Pope or somebody, whoever that was. He's the person that made us start going by the Gregorian calendar. Mm-hmm. But people that are from Ethiopia, they still go by their original calendar, which is the 13th. They still go by theirs, which has 13 months in it. And also, this lady broke down how basically the only month that's really accurate as far as like the days that each month is supposed to have is February, which is technically 28.
28, right.
And she broke down how if you take away all the other little days from all the other months, they got like the 30th and the 31st in them, those will equal up to that last month that we're supposed to have. And I even did a little while I was watching that, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Right. So it was true. Like if you take all the extra days like and make them another month, it'll be 28. Another thing, just like a food for thought for people to think like, well, that's just a coincidence, is why do y'all think when women have like when they're pregnant and like the whole like term, they do every 4 weeks, right? Because technically it's supposed to be like every 28 days, right? And it just had me thinking too, like, well, that makes sense, like.
And while we just hitting on that, I just want y'all to like just keep educating ourselves, like just be open to learning new stuff and seeing why things are the way they are. Like we just get so accustomed,
connected.
Yeah, and we just get so accustomed to what our daddy said, what our grandma said, and we just go with the flow with what my best friend saying. I'm just gonna go with the flow, but like understanding from your point of view, like understanding for yourself, because then I started looking. What did I look up? I was looking up like what's going on in the world now. Like we done talked about like what 2024 holds. Baby, y'all in for the rude awakening. We already done had the internet. I mean the phones shut down. Baby, the money is not money.
They saying it's supposed to be another one.
And then March 11th, the bank's finna trip out. Yeah, they running out of money. Y'all better educate yourself how to get rich, because baby, I'm finna try, cause what we been depending on, it ain't
mathing.
Yeah, and it's not like secure. It's not a guarantee.
Stephen A. Smith broke down in a clip I seen, and he talked about how like it's crazy how like America is so for everybody else but their own people. Like he basically made a correlation between like as many like homeless people that we still have out here, and how we're just so determined to still fund like other wars and everything that's going on, but like why don't we take that money that we're asking for other people, like, or just allowing like all these extra people to come over here and be safe over here? But it's like he said y'all will be so quick to hand them couples of $100,000 for coming to be over here and work for us, but it's like why y'all not giving it to our own citizens that are still like homeless and in need of help?
That was the man was saying.
Like, man, like it's crazy.
All the produce, like everything going up, but what we getting paid? I mean, even for famous people, like it's a cap. It's capped out, and it's like it's just crazy. But like even for me, like I'm not somebody that watch the news or just be into all that, because sometimes. Like, I used to be a person that I would let it consume my life and, like, let it just put fear in me, and I just, it would disturb me more than I just was getting educated. But now I'm in a space where, like, I need to know, because I'm an adult out here now. Right. Like, nobody is providing for me. Yeah. Like, I don't have a parent to depend on.
You just can't overlook.
Yeah. And back to, like, the calendar and stuff, they were saying, like, certain years are for like certain things. Like last year was like an earth year. This year is like the fire year, and that's why like all the nuclear stuff going on and everything to do with like satellites and stuff is because of this specific year and what it's on. It's a whole lot.
Everything being
Connected facts.
And what I said is just something that's saying like how everything is connected was analogy that this one man made was if you take the back in the day like to determine like the days and weeks or like months back then, like they would take the turtle shell, they would look at the back of the turtle shell and it would have 28 outer pieces that were on the shell and 13 on the inside. And that is what sometimes they help use to determine like the days and the months. And that's a turtle. That's still a part of nature. That's
part of nature, how it's connected, right?
To think like the Most High, the universe.
Because what did y'all think we used to have? Like they didn't have internet
then when they had that stuff. What's some things I thought about the other day? Sundials or like stuff like that to know like.
I didn't even think about like weather, like the weather. Like how did they tell the weather? They put a 10 bucket outside and a wind chime, or to see which way the wind was going.
The wind blowing.
And somebody
can tell by how the clouds look in the sky if that's gonna determine like what it's gonna look like tomorrow and all that. Like that's crazy.
But back to like the nuclear stuff, it was like, oh, the man was saying how like they put out that movie,
that one that just came out.
The viral movie.
Leave the World Behind.
Yep, and then they coming out with Civil War because they were saying how like all this just adding up. Like, it's just adding up, and it's probably going to be a Civil War because everybody it's going to go there.
Yeah.
Like, and just saying how, like, adding, like, previous things that didn't happen that led to the Civil War to now, like, the time now, and saying how, like, all this nuclear stuff is not a coincidence that Elon Musk just invested in a whole...
The Neuralink thing and put that in somebody.
Like a nuclear... No, it's like a nuclear shelter thing he didn't invested in, and they like it's not a coincidence. And then they were saying how like Barack Obama helped write a script to the movie, and
he helped funded it,
and how
helped produce
how they put like these white people don't care about us, and like why would you put that in the movie if you was all about equalness? Why would you put that in the movie? Because this is what we're dealing with. Like they be like it's
But I was part of the agenda, the program that has to be ran. Like, it's crazy.
But we just so uneducated about it.
Like, we just gotta stop being so ignorant to it. We know we have the resources around to just take heed to a little bit of it. We ain't saying take in everything, but like just take in little pieces of the meat and spit out the bone. Like it'll help you go a long way for sure. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Then we can get to like the goal setting and stuff. If we had anything specific. But also relating to like we said, the 28 days, like if every month had like 28 days. Another thing to just think about is how the woman has 28 days in the menstrual cycle, and in the moon phase there are 28 days or 21 days, or somehow they were saying it. But basically, how the cycle of the moon correlates also with the cycle of a woman, and how the moon is considered feminine energy and the sun is considered masculine energy. Like, it's not a coincidence. Like, yes. And your moon deals with, like, your mood and how you feel. Like,
I'm a moon child. So
and the sun represents, like, who you are overall and, like, what stands out about you.
You know what I haven't read lately is my pattern.
Your little thing,
Yeah, I just wonder what it's.
So, that's just all I had as far as, like we said, like, the new year. So, just educate y'all. The new year does not start until the springtime comes. Right. We need to stop celebrating Happy New Year in New York in December.
Right.
Like, because that's not right, and we just been doing it so long and been accustomed to doing it that's why it continues to get pushed, and like, but it's totally not right. And it also has an effect on, like she said, why when we come to setting goals and have New Year resolutions by the end of the year, like, we're not sticking by them because we're not even starting them or aligning ourselves with when we're supposed to even start those goals. So, or just anything that we claim we're trying to start and don't finish. So yeah, it's just that on that. I don't think I had nothing else pertaining to as far as like the new year, but yeah, just that. And that's why April 1st is considered like April Fools, because they've been fooling us. They know that they fooled us, into thinking that, you know, the new year started in January.
Moon guy.
between the pattern app. Oh, I guess we can tell y'all that before we talk about the next thing. If y'all are into like the astrology stuff or just keeping up with, you know, like different cycles and patterns, like one of the main apps that we use is the pattern app. And I downloaded this another app that I use called Sanctuary. And also it's one called Astar 8. If y'all are into like astrology and, you know, just learning about the cycles and because everything just, like I said, everything aligns up. It'll all be learning about your birth chart and horoscopes. And if you're just into that type of stuff, y'all should definitely download those apps. The pattern, you need to know your, of course, your date of birth, your full name, and the time you was born will help you start to discover a lot about yourself. The first Mercury retrograde is on April 1st. I know there's going to be some BS going on that week. On April Fool's Day is the first retrograde. Like,
dang,
that could not be more.
This cycle need to end.
What?
It say your time in class. It say your time of 31 days left of expect the unexpected. This been going on since May 28, 2023. It's gonna end April 4th. It's saying this is an astounding time of change in your life. You might decide to try new things, do unexpected, or stand out in some way, or radical changes may come from the world around you and shift your direction. These situations may fall outside of what's considered normal or average. This time can feel unnerving, but try to let go of control. Be willing to drop your usual routine and clear space for something new. Now we got 31 days left. The next cycle is depth and feelings. Jesus.
But yeah, y'all, it go deep. It goes into it really so much, like.
And just take what like resonates with you, but a lot of it resonates with me.
Yeah. Because
you gotta think like it's all your information, but
right. It's a way to help learn more about yourself. That's all I try to tell people astrology is. Like, some people try to hang it over your head like it's just so demonic. It's this stuff that you. It is what you make it. Yeah, it's just if just
you make it idol, that's on.
I just look at it as a guide. In this world of living, it's just really a guide to help piece together stuff.
Sure, y'all see, they talking about it's a fire year and not a nuclear, and it's all making sense.
Just a guide.
What y'all? They didn't have technology to have this stuff.
Man,
all they had was nature. So, just be open to it. But
what specifically did you want to talk about or hit on with the
first goals
setting and everything?
I just want to tell y'all I gotta get back in the gym.
She determined to keep saying. Well, she is determined to get back in the gym.
I am.
She is persistent on saying that.
Yes, cause that's just like a big thing. That like I feel like for the new year, it's just a lot of stuff.
You was a good little gym girl.
Oh, I'm gonna be another good gym girl because I cannot. And it's not. I'm not overweight, but like you could just tell when you in the gym and you toned up. Now just eating that shit ain't going nowhere. It ain't fitting where it's supposed to fit. Like I looked at some pictures, I was like, man, like the body was and like stuff was sitting where it's supposed to be. Muscles was little. I went too muscular, but that's just. And I think like why I'm so strong is because I remember how I felt.
Right.
Like I felt good. Like I wasn't, and even now, like I'm not as stressed because I just learned other ways of coping as well. But podcasting and journaling, so it does help. But like when you feel good, when you see yourself and you look good and you feel good, like you just carry yourself different. You know what I'm saying? And even like I was talking to my man the other day, and I'm like, you ain't even seen like what I feel like is my best version of me.
Of you, right.
Because I haven't just felt like that girl. Like, some days when I, get dressed up and do what I do, but like...
But you know where you the man and what...
Well, yeah, when I was feeling like couldn't shit stop me, like, I feel good. I'm going to the gym, baby, I'm dying right, like... Now I'm like, baby, you ain't even seen what I'm capable of.
I ain't gonna lie, we used to be on it. Like, I came across some little remember we did like 7 days no meat.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I gotta be on some type of fast. Cause
I'm glad you done mentioned it. Like you say, March is serious, definitely time. Like we had our little. For those that don't know, if y'all just start watching the duo a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
But last year, like one of our big like goals that we did. Well, friend did it with me because I have PCOS. So like one of the main things that I try to have a lot of control over is what I eat. And one of the goals we did for last year was to eat like no bread, no cheese, no beef, no pork. And if I calculated the months right, we went like a good like 7 months. We went like 7 or 8 months strong before
it was almost a year
before we started to like just really fall off. And like some people not even going like
7 days.
7 days trying not to eat those 4 things. Like,
but you just gotta understand, like food, your gut controls a lot, like everything.
Man.
And it's just even food, like can control your life. You know, like you let that consume your life, and it's like I just gotta take discipline. I gotta be disciplined and take control back over my life.
And like, stop letting everything else around me, like our environments, be in control or dictate how we live.
And I think this year I'm gonna be real big on like my womb health, because I feel like that's just something I lack. Like making sure like I'm clean. I ain't no dirty. But I just feel like as far as like probiotics and like being back on my vitamins and like the supplements, like really just being more holistic and just taking care of my womb. Like I'm getting to the age of baby making age, baby bearing age, baby making, baby. But anyway, but like, just get to that age. Like I just want to have, I want to be healthy and I want to be in the gym, and like when I do get pregnant, I don't want to be one that struggles to get back to her. Like I just want to keep practicing.
Prep yourself now, like when that time comes, like you've already done put in the work and kind of know what to expect or how your body is going to be.
And I'm just like excited to like have this mindset now with those disciplines. Like what can I do? Because back then I didn't have my mindset I have now. I didn't know as much as I know now.
Right.
So it's like, and I felt like that girl. So now I'm like, well, I got a lot more going for myself, and I can have a good, clear mind and a good body, and maybe accomplish some of the stuff that I've set. Like, because I'm more confident to do it.
Yeah, and it's like you operating out of a different energy now. Like you in a different headspace as well. So.
Right.
But we don't be realizing that like a lot of the things that we eat and consume, like that has an effect on the brain as to like why we move so sluggish and why we be so lazy and why we start a lot of stuff and can't finish it. And it's like your brain is mentally tapping out before your body is mentally tapping out, like because your brain is like mentally tapped out and you don't even realize it. Like
and I say this and I say this like, before you let a doctor diagnose you and put you on some medicine,
the doctor don't know your body. They are there as we just said, a guide to help you get there. Like a doctor is being paid to practice. Like
to diagnose.
The doctor is not God. The doctor is not the last solution. That is just a guide that is along the way that people that were sit here to do this to help you get to the like solution.
Right.
But your doctor is not your solution. Like,
cause
even after you visit the doctor, you still got to do like the aftercare. That's why they have like post this, post that. Like, because even after you've been treated or they do that consult with you and help you do that, it's still up to you to get better, to get well. Like,
I just said that because I just know, and we might be all over the place, but
you still need y'all need to hear it.
Yeah, need to be said like. We just deal a lot with like anxiety and stuff, and medicine ain't the only cure. Like,
right.
It's what you eat.
Yes.
It can, like some people. Hey, I don't know. I ain't a doctor, so but I know that it's a psychiatrist that I watch, and I watch his videos and I research after him. Like the stuff he tell you to look at before you even choose to be on medicine, like. It'll simple as caffeine, simple as the cup of coffee you drink in the morning, simple as just not sleeping. Like, those things trigger other issues.
Thanks.
You wonder why you have a chemical imbalance. Well, you've been drinking Dr. Pepper since you was 10 and you ain't stopped.
Man.
Like, you just had caffeine. Your body's dependent on that. Like,
you wonder why you can't get your skin right. You think it's just hormonal acne, but the hormonal acne is being triggered based off the food that you're eating.
Right. So it's just, we gotta go better. It's hey,
Man.
look into it. Just look into it. That's all I ask. I'll never tell y'all just change your life. Come over here and change your life. I ain't never gonna do that. I just want y'all to be more aware because we gotta be better.
New age hung up on these new.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta take it back to what was once before.
Man, because you gotta think like they didn't have all that.
Man.
That was
them old remedies like back in the day that they using, like some of the same stuff we could still be using.
And I ain't gonna lie, this weekend, baby sick, and I was like, I'm not finna shove a whole bunch of medicine down you, like, because I can't get your fever down. Baby, he was sitting on that couch with ice packs on his armpits and a super cold towel on his forehead, and got him some tea with some stuff in. Like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing I'm gonna try to be bigger on. Like, it's just the holistic things, like, because those medicines is just deteriorating another organ. It's temporary fix. It's a Band-Aid. So it's like it's gonna mess up another organ, and it's just not worth it.
And in the long run, we just slowly killing ourselves faster than we think.
Slowly
killing ourselves faster than we think.
All the Tylenol we pop, you think your liver down because of alcohol, baby. Your liver down because of that Tylenol you keep taking every day.
Preacher.
So just educate. Get educated.
Yeah, and we gonna wrap up with, like we said, in this new era, in this new season coming into the spring. I guess some things are just some ways to help, like, continue to achieve the goals that we be setting that some people probably feel like they can't stay consistent to. Like,
I'm glad you brought that out. I'm gonna jot on mine tonight. Yeah, cause I ain't touched it.
But there's just a little book I had picked up from Barnes and Noble. You see the name of it, I ain't doing too much broadcasting or whatever. The Manifestation Journal. And it was on sale, and that's why I got it. Because $7. I say, ain't no telling how much knowledge in here for it to be marked down to $7. So I'm just reading from this little section. It says intentions and goals, and it says just take a look at some of your goals. Manifesting requires clarity. You may know that you want to, say, manifest a career, create a change in your community, or attract love, but how you express that intention is crucial. Goals are how you get from where you are now to where you want to be. Yet most goals are incomplete before you even begin. It says the law of attraction dictates that we move toward what we focus our attention on. I want a career that I don't hate will draw you toward, you guessed it, another road that you don't like. It says you can't achieve audacious success with a goal like that. When you frame the same intention positively, you talk about what you do want and not what you don't want. And it says an intention acquires power and momentum when you frame it positively and begin to set SMART goals. And it has what is this acronym? It's got an acronym. And it's an acronym for the word SMART. And it says you have a blank canvas, a clean slate, so have fun. And what do you want? So what do you want to consciously create? So the SMART, I done heard of this before, like the SMART. When you setting goals, use like the SMART, and it says S is specific, M is measurable, A is achievable, R is realistic, and T is time bound. And then
so you set goals based off of those. Yeah,
and I think it said it would say my manifesting intentions are, and then when framed positively, they can become. And it says I can make these SMART using that acronym by doing what? Going based off, breaking down. Basically, if the goals you're trying to set, be specific, see if they're measurable, achievable, if they're realistic, and time bound. And that will help you accomplish, get you on that path to really achieving those goals that we set. Because we probably saying goals, but we're not saying needs. Like,
right.
Is it even time bound? Is it even realistic? Like, is it something that can be measured? Is it even something that can really be achieved?
Right.
So once you sit down and look at it from that perspective, it might help us,
And that's what, that's kind of what, it's not the same thing, but it's similar. Like, when, for me being an overthinker, like, sometimes we think about so much stuff, it's like, write down everything you're worried about right now or everything that's on your mind, and then exit out what you can't control.
Right.
And then once you
that's a good one, yeah.
When you narrow it down to what you can control, you'll probably see it's only 2 or 3 things or 1 or 2 things, and you work on that.
Yep.
And that just try to alleviate the stress of everything you can't control.
Yes.
And I feel like I've been doing pretty good.
Yeah. And also for people that like get overwhelmed with like setting goals, like long-term goals, something you can do is start like breaking those goals down into like smaller goals, like making daily goals, weekly goals, and monthly goals. Like, or even if you have like a monthly goal each month, break that monthly goal down and see how you can achieve it. Or what's a step you can do weekly to help get to that monthly goal. Like,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. And I'm a person that I have to make me, I'm a to-do list girl. So like, if it's something I'm trying to accomplish, I have to break it up within the day. So like, even with my house, trying to unpack and clean it up, like, Fred knows I have hella clothes. So like, I just been putting on my to-do list each week to wash a load and put away a load, or put away this load and organize this. Like, just trying to make goals each.
Yeah.
Just baby steps and then check it out because I have to see it done. Like, and that's just how I get stuff accomplished. But everybody different. So just try it out.
Look up some ways, look up some different like routines or whatever that you can do to help achieve those goals. And I was gonna read this little screenshot from what I posted yesterday, and it was a good reminder for myself personally, which is why I reposted it.
Yeah.
It was like, the secret to discipline isn't shouting affirmations, making an elaborate routine, or visualizing success. It's respecting yourself enough to do the thing that you know you need to do, regardless of how you feel in the moment. And heavy on like respecting yourself, because I think with discipline, that's really what it is. It's basically just telling yourself like, either you're going to do it or you're not. And if you choose not to do it, then is it really benefiting you or is it really hurting you? And how is that being a hindrance to you by not being obedient by it?
Right. Well, it's something I heard before. It's like, you expect your friends to, if they say they're going to do something, you expect them to do it. So why don't you expect that out of yourself? You know, like, you mad at them because they didn't do what they said they was going to do, but you're not mad at yourself for doing what you said.
Well, like we be saying, like, we want everybody around us to love us, respect us, love us unconditionally, respect us, do this, that, and the third. And it's like, why aren't you even putting all that energy into yourself as well? Like, we be wanting so much out of other people, but we're not even doing that for ourselves. Like, and it's easy to get lost in yourself and start to neglect yourself and your goals and your your needs and your wants, but because we so wrapped up in like everything else, like we don't even want to take that time out to cater to ourselves and really get back to what we need to be doing for ourselves. So it's just that on Nate. And I really hope y'all got some out of this.
For sure.
And if you didn't, well, maybe you just gotta stay tuned for a couple more episodes. Or you need to go back and watch a couple more episodes. But yeah. Any final thoughts? Any closing thoughts?
No. I just hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all 2024. Get y'all shit together.
Man. Because we're about
what they say, stay woke.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Nah, pay attention though. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Take time for you. Do what you want to do. Sorry, mom and daddy, but fuck everybody else. Excuse my language, but like, it's just time to do us.
Do right by you. Do right by yourself. It's time.
Do us.
Yeah.
Forget who feel what way. I don't care. Blah blah.
I'm gonna start doing it for you.
Who cares who shows up? Blah blah.
Yeah.
I showed up for me.
Me. If nobody else show up for you, you show up for you.
I showed up for me.
Man.
I'm gonna bet on me every time.
Every time.
Like, we shouldn't care. So, yeah. Show up for you.
Man. Every day. You versus
Every day.
you. You versus you.
Every day.
But yeah. Y'all have been tuned in to another episode with DNT Podcast. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Never, ever be disappointed. You're going to always be surprised when you have about this channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about DNT. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about this and me.
Period.
Yeah.
I wish you said word to my mother.
Word to your father. Okay, but New York people gonna be like, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck?
What is that? All right, y'all. I'm Tanika Shane.
I'm Destiny Lynn.
Even do it signing out.